Where's the picture? Include me in the picture.
You want to be included in the picture?
Yeah, where's the picture
We're reading about the synagogue here.
Oh,
We're reading about
okay.
the great synagogue, and we're doing a film.
Yeah? Get out of here.
What?
You're going to do a film?
You're going to be famous.
This is a film. This is not a video. This is a
You're
film.
going to do a movie?
A movie, Taka.
I can do movies.
You can do
What do
movies.
you want me to do? I can do Al Pacino. I can do every people I want to
This is
talk
not quite that kind of a film.
It's a religious
From
film.
Belka
I just live here. I don't want to belong to no
You don't
one.
know, good for you.
Jewish and Finnish, that's all.
That's good.
Why do I have to give... Why do I have to belong to someone? I don't belong to no one. I belong to God, that's all. Don't belong to no one.
Do you feel, you're not associated really with any...
Don't ask him. He doesn't want to talk
My
about it.
family is, yeah, my family is very Hasidic.
But you're not. I mean,
No.
do you feel
But you live
isolated?
here. But you live here.
Yeah.
But you feel isolated from the community as a result of you not being part of...
I don't know. It just happened like this. I don't know why.
Once a month, I go, Lower East Side, Williamsburg, and Borough Park. My father, I believe, still lives in Borough Park. Okay? And Williamsburg, because I grew up in.
You don't talk to him?
No.
Why?
Because he doesn't want to hear. He doesn't want to. I haven't spoken to my brother since 1971. That kind of a
Well,
family.
you can always try to talk.
Yeah, but I'm Kenish Redden, that if you can't speak and he doesn't listen.
So where are you going to be for Shabbos?
For Shabbos, I'm going back home. We live in Ocean Parkway, near there.
When are you going home?
After we finish
It's
film.
less than an hour.
But I don't observe.
You don't observe anymore?
I don't observe.
Okay, so maybe I come to you house for Shabbos.
You're welcome anytime. Because I'll tell you the truth. You know, I have to tell you the truth. I'm queer. I'm gay. I'm a faggot. Okay? I'm faggot.
Fine.
Right. You know. There was no reason worldwide. The way I was treated by my family, there was a very abusive.
Why? Because you were different than them?
That was only mine. They may have sensed that I was different at a very early age, but even when I was, I was very observant when I was a youngster, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was a very good yeshiva bach. I was much better than my brother. I know I live in my faith. I don't know what that faith is. I don't know what God is. I certainly know it's not the God that tells me I shouldn't do this, I shouldn't do that. I'm not the God who stimulated that yeshiva bach when I was in Nea Square when I was 15 years old to get me to confess that I masturbated, that I had sex with my brother, and made me swear to him that I would never do it again, and drove me 12 weeks later to suicide, and drove me to a mental hospital, and drove me to have electric shock therapy that burned out my brain. That's not the God that redeemed Israel out of Egypt. That's not the God that stood by me. Even though my sister won't come into the house because I'm gay, even though they won't have anything to do with me, I know I live in my emunah. I know I live in my faith. I know, and I come back here to redeem that part of me, the spintalia, the shewas hapleta within me, that part of me that should not have survived, that part of me that my father said, what do you want? They didn't make you a bar of soap. You know, if my father said to me once, I'm sorry I hurt you. I wrote him a letter. In 1988, was it? I wrote him a letter outlining all the things, and I said, you know, I quoted from Talmud and whatever, you know, and I heard nothing. I also took the same letter and took it to the grave sites of various people, and I burnt it, and I put it on the water. I did all kinds of mices, but I heard more from the dead than I heard from the living. More from the dead than the living. And
He's going to throw us out of this neighborhood, and he is what we talking here. This is my uncle.
Your uncle?
No, seriously, he's coming over there. Yeah, I'm serious.
He's your uncle?
Yeah. You want some cake?
I can't eat sugar or flour, but thank you very much. Kol Tov.
I will see you.
Guten Shabbos.
Listen, maybe I'll see you later in the synagogue. You coming to Dora Vadas later? No.
No,
What I will call you, I promise.
You call me, okay. Kol Tov, a good Shabbos, a good Shabbos. This is the time to light Shabbos candles. I think it's a warning thing, but it tells you this is it. It's 18 minutes before Shabbos. I mean, this is enough to drive you crazy. What? Yes. It's a Shabbos alarm. And that's interesting to me to see that there are sort of people on the fringe here within this community, and that was very interesting. But the real truth is, I want my daddy. And that's all talking around it about it. I want somebody to function as my daddy. I'm 58 years old, I want my daddy. I want somebody to sit at the table and sing Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Anochim HaKodesh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashem, Malachei Elyon, Melech Malachei Anochim HaKodesh Baruch Hu. Shalom.
Why do Orthodox gays even have to bring their voice up? Why don't we just leave it? The gay right, either join the gay movement or be in the Orthodox camp and keep them all out. Because we're saying it's not that simple. Going to the Gay Pride March, the first one in Israel, I was dressed as an Orthodox person, which I am, and we made flyers, and I handed it out, and it was the first time in my life that I was in the open, out as a lesbian and out as an Orthodox woman. And it was so amazing. It felt so good. I was walking around in my shaitel, in my long skirt, and in the heat of Tel Aviv. Of course, some speeches, so anti-religious. I could boo, and I did it loud. I'm not advocating gay rights. It's not secular versus religious values. We're saying we have religious values, yet there's this reality of being gay, and we have to deal with it.
Tremendously hopeful. Why else do I cling on to orthodoxy? Why do I? Why don't I just say, just chuck the whole thing? Now, I'd love to, say, Hashem, could you please sit down here and tell me it's okay to be who I am? And wouldn't that be great? And take all these rabbis, listen to this. You can't refute Hashem, right?